Okay, good evening, everyone. We're talking about rebirthing and second chakra today. So, very excited to talk about this subject. Laszlo, you on both? We're on Telegram and on Instagram tonight. So, just getting things started. It's visual as well, yes. You should be able to see me. Yes, my video is going. So who can see my video? Can you put a plus in the chat? Okay, you can see me. Wonderful. And what about Telegram? Have you worked it out? Yay, okay. Good, good. Just play with some buttons. Okay, great. So we're talking about rebirthing. I mean, some of you here already done the rebirthing. Some of them have done it and like, ooh, not sure what I've got into. So just before we deep dive into that, I'm just going to introduce myself for people who haven't met me yet properly. I've been in Kundalini Yoga for 16 years, and I've been practicing, I've been teaching, I've been training people. I've trained about over 70 students so far. I have followed extensively, different teachers, including Kartar Singh, including Hari Haji, including Dr. Haridas. One of the newest teachers I'm following is Dasha Kabolova. And, the teachings that she brings is giving me a new wave of understanding and a new depth of understanding of what we can do with this and how to live in this day and age, in the age of Aquarius, and how these tools can help us not just to heal ourselves on a deep level, which is very, very important, but not everybody wants to go that far. Some people just want to, manage everyday life, everyday stress, everyday anxiety, everyday being overwhelmed. So that's important for a lot of people. So I would like to know what kind of challenges you face on daily basis, for example. What would that be? Hi. Oh, nice to see you. What kind of challenges are your challenges on a daily basis? Is it something in your relationship? Is it finances? Is it managing stress? Is it just some routine things? Just let me know in the comments. So we can have a conversation. I don't want to just talk at you. I would like us to have a nice discussion, and I'd like to bring some healing into this conversation as well. Okay, I can see people typing. Okay, connection with ladies. Okay, so that's romantic relationships, right? Romantic relationships. What else? My challenges are more about confidence to push myself forward in business. Okay. I've been having trouble switching off. Busy mind, overthinking. Okay. Great. So, very varied. But, yes, interestingly, it's all very much connected to the second chakra, and hence you're here, right? So let me just talk about firstly where the roots come from. Yeah. Another thing is not trust myself enough. Yeah, the confidence. Yeah. And that's, again, once you trust yourself, then you can, self-confidence. Yeah. Once you trust yourself, then you can let yourself go out and make mistakes, meet somebody and be rejected or not be rejected, you know. Just putting yourself out there, it's a risky situation, isn't it? And to go out and take risks can be a big challenge. Yeah. Okay, great. It's all actually a second chakra stuff. And let me just quickly go over what is chakra, because somebody asked me on my story. They didn't know what chakra was. So chakra is a vortex of energy. And it's an energy center. We have zillions of chakras all over our body, but the main ones are along the spine, front and back of the spine, you know, the throat and the third eye, crown chakra, and then the auric field is another chakra which consists of all the others. But the main ones are the first chakra and the second chakra and the third chakra. So we're talking about the second energy point, which is around our sex organs. Okay. And so if we think about our years of how we are born and then how we grow, and chakras are very much connected to the years. So the first chakra is the 0 to the about 6 or 7, yeah. And then the second chakra, it's from about 7 years of age to 14. So I'm not going to be talking about all chakras. I'm just going to be focusing on the second one. So the second one is about the ages around about 6, 7, 8. And nothing, of course, I'm saying, excuse me, nothing is black and white, okay? It's not that, okay, you're going to turn 7 and bang, your second chakra is going to start working or going to start swerving in a different direction. Nothing is like that. So everything fluid, everything moves slowly, everything moves organically. You know, for some people it's sooner, for some people it's slower, but everybody has its own rhythm. So is that clear so far? Are you with me? Just give me a yes or a plus, just so I know you're with me. Okay. Hi, evening. Okay. All right. So yeah. So when second chakra, when we are about just born, and when we are raised by mom or by dad or by a close family member or some other carer, even if you're have been adopted, you know, you have a main person who you kind of bonded to, and that main person becomes your God in life. That main person changes your nappy. That main person brings you food, gives you food. That main person, without that main person, you will not survive, right? Hi, Haley. Nice to see you. And so but when we are this little and we have to rely on other people, we don't have the consciousness of having fear. We don't have the consciousness of having anxiety. We just, as we are, naked as truth, and we open as wide as possible, and we allow other people, universe, nature to take care of us, right? And by that, we are also at one We don't understand that we are separate from, say, from our carer. We don't understand we are separate from nature. We are one with everything around us. Yeah? Is that, yeah? Are you agree with that? Give me a yes or a plus if that makes sense to you. Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. So with that, there is no fear or there's no scarcity, and it doesn't matter your conditions. You could be living in India, or you could be living in England, or you could be living in Russia or somewhere else. You are one with everything around you, because you don't even know, it's a given. Okay, no matter the condition, it's a given. You take everything as it comes. What happens is that as we grow and our consciousness grows, our ego also grows, and the separation starts to happen. The duality starts to happen. So the energy of the union and of us being one with everything starts to split into the masculine and the feminine. Around 2 years of age, that's when the ego starts to grow, and you start to understand, okay, this is my thing, and I want, or no. That's one of the first things that we learn to say is no. Negative mind kicks in. We start to understand things we don't want, okay? And so as we grow further, we start to separate ourselves from that carer or from our mother, and actually see ourselves as a separate entity. But we are still very much dependent on the carer. We cannot provide things for ourselves, and no matter whether you're in a family of queen or kings or in a very poor family, still your provision comes from somebody else, and we as children rely on that somebody else. But in that age, from about 2-3, we start to understand that actually somebody else is bringing these things to us. Round about 5 years of age, we get introduced to different ideas of presents. I mean, birthdays are celebrated every year. So we start to learn, okay, people are celebrating me. I'm good at something just because I am. And then later on, people start asking, oh, what would you like for your present? Okay, what's your interest? So this starts to matter. But still, we start to learn that the gifts and the presents and provisions are brought to us by other people. We become disassociated from the divinity and the unison and the union that we are with nature and everything around us. Yeah? Does that make sense? Have you got any memories of when you were maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, of like your first memories of something you really, really wanted, a gift? Maybe it was something for Christmas, and maybe you were making new friends, when you were going into kindergarten, and you really liked that person and you wanted to be friends with and play with them, but they always wanted your toy, and you always had a fight about this particular toy. And so do you have any memories like that? Do you want to share? Or maybe memories of something not so pleasant. Maybe it wasn't your birthday or not a gift you wanted. Maybe something that you witnessed, or something you did and you really, really didn't like it. For example, I remembered how I was witnessing my father teaching another young girl playing a piano. And he was just shouting at her so much. I was sitting in the same room and my whole body was shaking inside. I wasn't showing this, but my whole body was shaking. And thinking of that memory now makes me understand that as a young child, I witnessed something that was done to another girl by somebody who was like godlike. You know, our parents are gods because we look up to them, everything comes from them, and we receive, you know, our sustenance from them and the best from them. And so I'm seeing how this God person is absolutely dissatisfied, unhappy about the progress of this young child, and everything in me goes like this. So my cells, my body makes a memory of this because I cannot perceive it. My consciousness isn't developed enough yet to understand the bigger picture. But my body remembers this experience as a very deep stress. That in order to make the God happy, that provides everything for me, I need to do well. I need to be good. Does that make sense? Do you guys have similar experiences? Or maybe a positive one? If you have a positive one, share a positive one. Go on. I'll let you type. Hi, Katya. You don't remember. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, we can't always remember because these are actually very deep memories. And these memories sometimes, especially if they're not positive ones, they are hidden in our subconscious to keep us safe from it. Some of the memories are suppressed for the self-preservation. So we're talking about second chakra and how things are connected. Things that happened to us in childhood, how they connected to things that are happening now in our adulthood. I can see that someone's typing, so we're just going to wait a bit. I remember my younger brother getting a present and not me. I think it was actually his birthday, not mine, but I felt I wasn't good enough to receive a present. Yeah. And it's all about the feeling. It's all about the feeling because we just cannot understand it with our head, with our brain. We're just not developed enough. It's nobody's fault. And actually, it is present in every family. Every child will go through this. We all, in Russian we say, мы все родом из детства. It means we all born out of our childhood. So we all came from childhood. And that's exactly the point, that there'll be some memories in your childhood that you've suppressed or maybe didn't suppress. And even slightly, you don't have to have very traumatic experience to make a big impact on your life. It could be something very everyday, okay? And yeah, so feeling of not being good enough can set in a very, very similar situation. So a sibling is getting a present, I don't get a present, and therefore I remember in my cells, I start to feel, because the feeling of it is like you're contracting. So the memory is very limiting and contracting, and you bring in that little stress into your body, okay? And so what happens later on, we grow up, but that belief, that program is in us, in ourselves, in our cells. And so that program becomes a blueprint. And what I mean by blueprint, it means that that is a baseline. Baseline that means, okay, I'm not good enough, and that's okay. That's a norm. And I'm going to go through my life knowing I'm not good enough. And with that knowledge, I will create all of the conditions, all of the experiences that will match up that baseline. I am not good enough. Or, like in my case, it was to be good for my God, or for my God to be happy. I have to be doing well. I have to prove myself that I am worthy, or I have to prove that I can do these things. Yeah? That's totally my thing. Now, if you don't remember the memory, that's absolutely fine. What happens in rebirthing sets or rebirthing sessions that I lead, we do Kundalini Yoga practice, which was given by the master of Kundalini Yoga. He only, Yogi Bhajan, he gave us these practices. He only had a year or year and a half of these practices, where he was traveling around the world and he gave these teachings. So these teachings are quite ancient, and he contemplated the room to see how people are and where people were at the present time, so they could release things and those blueprints that were limiting their happiness, their prosperity, their good relationships and things like that. And so I give the same teachings. I give these specific rebirthing sessions that are aimed at specific area in our lives, or maybe years. A lot of them work with subconscious. And what happens when we do these breaths, when we do these exercises, which are not that complicated, we able to distract our functional mind from whatever everyday functions it does. We distract it by a mantra, so we chant sacred words, or also by eye focus. We distract it by doing a specific mudra. And so our functional mind is now kind of out of the way, and we can access deep layers of subconscious. And subconscious, right, are you guys with me? Are you still following? Just checking. So just give me a yes or a plus if you're still with me, and if it's clear. Okay. Thank you. Yep, okay. And so subconscious is excellent. Thank you. Subconscious is like a storehouse of memories. Okay? So you know when you've got your house full of stuff and you've got nowhere to put it. You want some more room in your house, and you've got stuff or junk. You shove it in a garage, or you shove it in a shed. Subconscious is that. When our conscious mind gets full, it starts to put things into subconscious, unloads into subconscious. Now, subconscious is not unlimited. There is a limit to subconscious. If we don't clear it, just like everyday shower, just like everyday brushing teeth and washing your face and putting cream on or brushing your hair, if we don't cleanse our subconscious every day, or at least regularly, then the subconscious memory is going to start fill back out into the conscious. And that often happens during nighttime. any of you ever experienced yourself that you had a very long night's sleep, 8 hours, maybe longer, and you wake up and you feel worse? You felt like you need another sleep after that sleep, because all night your head was buzzing. Your body was lying down, but your head was full of it. Anybody? Anybody had this experience? All the time. Oh, it's not funny. It's not funny, actually, is it? Yeah. So it's like you slept for a good amount of time. You wake up and it's like you've been in the wars. It's awful. It's debilitating sometimes. Yeah. Because you don't get any rest. You know, your mind, it's like the two spaces, and in the daytime the conscious unloads into subconscious, and then at night time it does the opposite, and all you do is the thoughts going back and forth, and it's like your head goes like mad, berserk. You know, it's tiring. Yeah, sometimes I'm not sure if I have actually slept. Exactly. So clearing the subconscious is one of those things which the least it can do for you is to cleanse the space so you can breathe, so you can just have a nap, even if it's a 20-minute nap, and you can feel great. You know, it's incredible. When we start working with unloading that rubbish from our head, we can become so much more clear with what it is required. So many things we're thinking about. I mean, even today, I wanted to remember this experience. I was asking something of my husband, and before he even answered me, I've already had the answer of what he might answer me, and then I've judged that answer, and I've already made an opinion whether I liked that answer or not. Even before he answered me. Can you imagine how many thoughts are continuously running in our heads? And then so I've already had a reaction about his response before he even actually responded me, right? And that's just one thing. And I'm meditating every day for long periods of time. But in normal people, every blink of an eye, we produce 1,000 of thoughts. They're just not registering all with us, yeah? Can you imagine how much weight is in our head? How much psychic weight is in our head? And if we're not, it's like eating food, you know? If you eat food in the morning, eat food at night, if you eat 1,000 dishes every blink of an eye, and you don't go to toilet, what is going to happen to you? Yeah, I'm asking you, what is going to happen to you if you eat so many dishes at the blink of an eye? What's going to happen? Exactly. Or not being totally present when someone is talking, thinking of other things. Yeah, we're not present, because when we're talking to somebody, we're probably looking at them thinking, oh, your eyebrows are a bit funny today. Oh, you've got lots of fingerprints on your lenses, and oh, you've got a new spot on your right cheek. We're not even concentrating at what is in front of us, right? Is that similar? Yeah, if you eat, you'll get fat and full of that, rubbish, full of shit. And then eventually you'll burst, yeah? And that's what happens. We get so overloaded with all the thoughts, our subconscious gets overloaded, and then go around the place like zombies looking for that little victim of ours, so we can burst and vomit all of our stress onto that poor person. I'm processed a lot of traumas, and I feel my memories would be better, mainly long memories. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Now, with traumas, okay, and we can process a lot in this lifetime, especially if we do Kundalini Yoga, because with Kundalini Yoga, the great thing is that you don't have to understand what area of subconscious you're in, what kind of memory you're unloading. You don't need to make that connection. All you need to make connection with is your subconscious. And that's the role of the teacher that is taking you there, and the role of the postures and breath and mudra and eye focus. And so to unload all of the subconscious that we've created in the past, say 20, 30, 40 years, to unload it just in 1 to 5 years, it's probably impossible. Because if you think, say I'm 47, if you think that I was eating 1,000 dishes every blink of an eye for the past 47 years and expect myself to clear it in a year doing just rebirthing every month, I don't think that's going to happen, is it? We just go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm not even talking about generational stuff yet, right? Because it goes deeper and deeper. And that's a good thing. We come to these teachings when we come to it, and we clear away and cleanse as much as we can or as much as we want. That's our choice. We have a choice, and if we think, okay, that's too much, we can, slow down. But if we have an opportunity, and for those people who do come to the teachings and they have an opportunity, it's a blessing. It is a blessing. And I truly believe that our ancestors standing right behind us and cheering us on to actually do this work, because they've never had an opportunity. They've collected all that garbage, they've passed it down to us, and it's now in this day and age where we can release it all that we actually do the work. And that's the blessing. And from me, it's a blessing to actually facilitate these sessions for people and to give people an opportunity to unload. Yeah, which is a big honor and a big responsibility, and but I love it. So is that clear with the subconscious? Yeah, and how it works? Any questions while we're here? Any questions? So a lot of Kundalini kriyas and breaths clears subconscious, but rebirthing kriyas are specifically designed to go to the deep levels, because just doing a normal practice every single day, it clears your top layers, so to speak, and rebirthing is like a deep clean. Yeah, I like the fact you don't need to know what you're releasing. Yeah, exactly. Because actually it's like a layered cake, Yeah, I don't know if you've seen these garbage piles and how the garbage being compressed to make more room. And that's what happens in our subconscious, or like a computer. Computer has to, what's the word for it? When it compresses the files, into some compressed things, like zip folder is a compressed file. You have to open it and whatever. Same thing happens in subconscious. Talking to the psychologist or doing different trauma therapies and things, if you're going for a specific thing, it's like you having to dig through all these pressed layers to get to one particular one that you're looking for. With Kundalini Yoga, all you're doing is you just releasing the top layers, and then going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper with that. And that's the beauty, because whatever lays on top is ready to be released. So there is no digging around, there is no pressure. So you only releasing what is ready. So you're not pressurizing yourself in that way. You being kind and you're being gentle with yourself, and I like it as well. And there are specific kriyas which will work on your subconscious, of course, yes, but you do need to do with the guidance of a teacher, because it's hard to kind of prescribe yourself a specific kriya, because it's hard for us to see ourselves. It's easier for somebody experienced to see us from the outside. Does that make sense? So where were we? Okay, so we were talking about subconscious and how it all released in with help of Kundalini Yoga and meditation. And the good news, another good news, is that you don't have to be professional in Kundalini Yoga or a professional yogi or any yogi. You can be a normal human being who never practiced any yoga and just came and sat on a chair, do a bit of breath, held your hand positions, put your eyes on a certain spot of your nose or your chin, and Bob's your uncle, and you're done, So, so that's the principle. That is principle. And for those people who are ready to do this work, it's a golden gem. So we were talking about the relationships and how can we get a bit more confidence with that, and why there's a baseline at that specific age of being 5, 6, 7, when the separation is happening, and you start to believe that all things come from somewhere, but actually all things come from you. Every one of us is a creator of our own universe. And the things about believing that somebody's bringing things to you is that we put responsibility on that into somebody else's hands. Basically, giving the power away, right? This whole Age of Aquarius is about re-empowering. How are we re-empowered? We are re-empowered by just even shining a light on how this all works and starting to understand how this works. And so by realizing the fact that I'm my own creator and clearing the subconscious from those basic patterns, the blueprints, the wrong wiring, so to speak, we can give ourselves a new baseline. We give ourselves completely new platform from which we can grow and from which we can create. And so we are complete God in itself with its own universe, and taking responsibility back from whoever we gave it to, it doesn't matter who, we take it back. But taking back responsibility is a hard thing to do, because that means we have to accept the fact that all of that is our own doing. And to accept this fact can only a mature mind can do, right? We cannot accept things that have happened, bad relationships, bad working environment, things happen to our children, things happen to our country. It's really hard pill to swallow. And so to becoming mature is a big ask in this day and age. But the practice of Kundalini Yoga can train you in strengthening your system, your nervous system, so you can handle these things. Yeah? It's hard to be honest with yourself and look at the things and say, well, yes, I did choose that guy, or yes, I did choose that woman, and then this happened and that happened, and and not to be in a situation of a victim. Oh, I'm such a victim and they did that to me. But nobody's going to mistreat you unless you allow them to. No one. And why do we allow things or people treat us in a certain way? Because we gave the power away. Because we think it's up to them to do things to us or for us. But it's not. It's up to us. If I want to be treated in a certain way, then if somebody treats me not how I'd like it to be or how I don't accept it, I just walk away. I'm not going to blame it on them. I'm not going to give them my power. I'm just going to take it into my own hands, walk out of the situation, or tell them that actually this behavior is not acceptable. We're not threatening them, we're just being honest about how we perceive ourselves. Yeah? How is that? How is that landing with you guys? Feedback to me. I'm just going to blow my nose. Close your ears. And tell me how this is landing with you, because it's a hard pill, this one. Yes, it makes sense. What is making sense? Tell me, what is making sense? Be specific. I'd like to know how this is landing with you. Sits well, and I understand. I didn't used to, but I understand it's about our own sense of self and own boundaries. Yep. This is taking responsibility each breath at a time, each decision at a time, each step at a time, each movement at a time. The idea that you have to be responsible for your own actions. Yeah. And yeah, so responsibility is hard because it's not it's not comfortable, say, to have a country of people who are responsible for themselves and they can think they're free thinkers and they can think for themselves, it's just creates lots of kind of tension, and creates people who are not gonna be just following what you tell them to follow. Yeah. So it's the becoming mature makes us into not following the herd, but being the leaders and taking responsibility. And especially if your actions will lead to some devastating results, or your actions will not be suitable for some people, or especially if other people are gonna really get upset about your actions or about your words. This is tough. But if we didn't know in the past, and we have all this subconscious baggage, we now need to release, clear some layers, create space. So I want to know how to take positive action. Yeah? One positive action to take is to put yourself on the top of the list. To put yourself as a number one on your list. And to do something for you that will clear your subconscious, that will strengthen your nervous system, that will allow yourself time to reflect, that will give you physical strength, and it will give you a connection to your soul. 5 things. I say that from the experience. And Kundalini Yoga gives all of these 5 things. I'm sure there's more. But Kundalini practice, I mean, in my life, in my experience, I have done many things. And this is something that brings all of those things at once. And yeah, it teaches you how to prioritize yourself first, because this isn't something that we've been taught. It isn't something that everybody's knowledge. People still only just awakening to that understanding, because look, everybody's in their phones, in their TVs, watching programs. Everybody is distracted from being connected to themselves and their soul. Okay, all right, sure. There will be a recording of this, so you can watch the rest later. But the bottom line is, clear your subconscious and come to the rebirthing session, which is happening on the 22nd of February. There are 2 tariffs for rebirthing. One is basic one, and we do prep work. For that, we going to have meditation, daily meditation, to help us prepare to go a little bit deeper. If you want to go a bit deeper, we're gonna have 3 workshops on the basic tariff. One is the healing the destiny of the lineage. One is releasing the ancestral curse of anger, because anger has a lot to do when you're suppressing all your experiences, when you're suppressing what your true nature is. A lot of anger gets created, and we keep it inside, so it eats us alive from the inside. But about anger another time. It's a whole big subject. And the 3rd workshop is the rebirthing itself on the 22nd of February. You can just come to the rebirthing and nothing else. But if you pay for rebirthing, you automatically get into the basic tariff, and you get all these 3 workshops plus the meditation before and after to solidify the practice and to solidify the results. If you're on Instagram, you can go to my bio and click on Linktree, and you will see basic tariff for the rebirthing there. Now, if you want to go for a VIP tariff, you get all of that you get in basic tariff, plus we will work on releasing negative ancestral financial karma, and we will have a billionaire's mantra, which gives you financial security, new financial blueprint. And this is something we haven't covered yet. So how finances are related, it's the second chakra stuff, where there's a duality. So the finances, the power and sex and power, there's always a scale between these two. And self-worth has very much a lot to do with that. Self-worth, if we can accept big checks, if we can accept big payments, then for that we need to have a very strong nervous system. Why is that? Also because every time we have large lump sum coming in, creates stress in our body. Have you noticed that? When you have a big amount of money, unusually bigger than normal, in your bank account, you always have a bit of a anxiety. It's like, oh, is something going to happen to it? Is my bank's going to... Did you get that? Do you get that? Let me know. Put a plus or a yes in the comment. What happens to you when you get a larger amount of money in your bank account? Okay. So you feel that. You feel the stress. So to get to this state... very nervous, exactly. And so we need a good nervous system in order to be able to accept big payments for us, right? Now, if we're running around with full up subconscious, head full of thoughts which keeps our clarity away, then our nervous system is going to be so taxed, it's going to be overwhelmed, and every extra penny that is coming in, we're going to be like, oh my God, that penny is coming in, I've got to do something about to release it. And so that a lot of times, people who have difficulty with financial security, as soon as the money come in, they use it and they spend it. Just to release that pressure. It's like, okay, we'll just spend it all so that it's not pressing on my brains. Is that right or not? Or what? Is that right or what? Tell me. Does it sound familiar? And so with the finances, the mantra that we're doing on the VIP tariff, we're going to be doing, I haven't given it out yet, it is incredible. Yes, for sure, it goes quick. Because we can't handle it. It's too stressy. We want to release it to feel better. So the mantra we're going to be using on VIP tariff is going to give us security and going to rewire our blueprint about this. It's just we don't want to take responsibility. For a larger amount of money, there is a larger responsibility. So again, it goes back to that, being responsible, being mature about things in our lives. So so there's the 2 tariffs. You're welcome to come to either of these. Either of the tariffs includes the rebirthing kriya, rebirthing session, which will go in deeper into your subconscious and cleanse whatever needs to be cleansed and released, which is a nice gentle and calm, kind way of doing this. So, anybody here who is not in our rebirthing groups yet would like to join or thinking of joining, let me know. And I also promised to do a healing tonight, so let me know who would like to have a little healing. For that, what you will need is I can invite you to either join with video or join with your voice, and I can explain what we're going to do. Bichima, I can't send you the details on Instagram. The details for the rebirthing are in my bio. If you go into my bio and click on Linktree, details will be there. Or you can send me direct message, Bichima. Send me direct message and I will come back to you with the link. But those who are on Telegram, I can. Okay. So who would like to have some healing tonight? It will be quite a quick one, about 5 minutes. Okay, Laszlo. Okay, so I'm all set and paid for the rebirthing. What do I need to do for healing? So for healing, you just let me know you want to do the healing now, and I'll do you after Laszlo. Okay, so Laszlo is going to have healing, and then Emma, and then Bichima. Okay, so your wife said that she would like to, if that's okay. Yes, sure. Okay, so we'll start with Laszlo. Laszlo, do you want to join me? Are you joining me on Telegram or Instagram? So for the healing, you'll come on live and I will ask you to say your name, your age, town of residence. And then I will... Here is better. Okay. And then I will zero myself and contemplate the reaction of my body in reaction to your tension and blocks. And then I will do the practice, and people will do the practice with me if you like. And the one who's been healed will just sit there and feel the effects. Okay? That's all we need to do. Okay, let's try Laszlo. Okay, Laszlo, I'm going to invite you. Okay, I'm going to accept the invitation. Okay, super.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Me too, yeah.
Super. Okay. So just close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Sit nice and straight. Close your eyes. And breathe. Relaxed breath through your nose. Okay. Laszlo, please tell us your name, full name, your age, and town of residence. And that's it.
Okay. Laszlo Haraszti, 56, and Capel in Surrey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I'm feeling is I'm feeling the tension in the jaw, top jaw, and a tension on the top of the head. Okay? That's the reaction of my body to the tensions that you might have. Okay. So now, who is going to do practice with us? Laszlo, you don't do anything. You just sit there and relax. You can close your eyes if you want to and just feel what's happening to you. Okay? Others, if you're doing the practice with me, just put a plus in the comments, okay? So what we're going to need to do, just interlace your fingers like this. Place on top of the head. Close the eyes. Focus in the center of the chin. And begin to open the mouth wide and sticking the tongue out. Breath is through the nose. Laszlo, you're just sitting and doing nothing. You sit, Laszlo, you just relax. I'm doing the practice, and people who want to join doing the practice.
All right.
Okay. Emma's doing it. Bichima's doing it. Okay. Head, hands on the head. Opening the mouth wide, sticking the tongue out and in, breathing through the nose, and looking in the center of your chin but through the closed eyes. Okay, let's go. And Laszlo just sitting and feeling what's happening. Okay. Inhale deeply, everyone. Hold the breath. Squeeze every muscle in your body. Exhale, relax. Okay. Laszlo, tell me how you're feeling now. What was before and how you feel now?
I felt some, like my heart here it's
Throbbing.
yes, throbbing. Yeah, it's nothing else, I think.
That was before or that was
No,
after?
no, no. It's when we finish. Yeah, it's during the session
During the
now.
set, you felt the throbbing in your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Right. I felt that the tension from the top of the jaw had released and less tension on the top of the head. Okay. I mean, this wasn't even 5 minutes. It was a quick one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so
So
much.
excellent. Thank you so much. I think we'll go to Emma. So if you can jump out of here.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for joining. Emma, are you ready? I need to let you. I think you should be able to speak. Try, Emma.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, it can be just just as your voice doesn't have to be video. Okay. So just everybody just close your eyes. Sit nice and straight. And just feel yourselves. Okay. So Emma, if you could tell us your full name, your age, and the town of residence, and yeah, if there's any issues or problems that you're experiencing right now, you can also say.
Emma Butchers, 56, and Milford, New Forest. And I'm not aware of anything I'm experiencing at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Okay, great. I'm feeling a lot of tension on the top of the head. So that's how I feel. So what happens? I zero myself, and the reactions in my body reflect your tensions and blocks. Yeah. So we're going to do the practice.
Yes.
Emma, you just stay. You can just close your eyes and feel, okay, yourself.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I'm going to do the practice. And if anybody else wants to do practices with me, just give me a plus in the comments so I know who is joining us. And all we're going to do, we're going to place the hands on the heart center, right hand on top of the left. You could be sitting in the chair. Keep your, okay, Bichima's with us. Okay, great. Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes, open your mouth, make an O shape like this. And begin to breathe in and out through the open mouth. Emma, you're just sitting doing nothing. You're just closing your eyes and feeling, okay? A little bit longer. Please inhale, everyone. Suspend your breath. Press on the heart with your hands. Cannon breath out. Relax your hands. Relax your body. Okay. So what I'm feeling is that the top of the head is just like opened up, and there's a really balanced flow is happening. Let's listen to Emma. Let's hear from Emma.
Yeah, that was really interesting, because what I was feeling is a lot of pull up into the crown, which is what you were pull up into the crown, but I could feel the energy coming down, and it was very much in my throat actually, and coming down into my shoulders, so it felt like I had less pressure up in the crown. So yeah, thank you, that was really interesting.
Excellent. And did you guys notice how her voice have changed? It like softened.
Yeah.
Have you noticed,
Yes.
Emma?
Yes, it does feel eeasier. Thank you.
Yeah. So it opened up this flow, and
Yes.
your throat chakra, your fifth chakra can flow. Yes. If you heard the difference, just put it in the comments that I've heard the difference. I'm just going to plug in this laptop. I think it's complaining. Thank you so much, Emma. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Good fun. Yeah, so these are this I'm giving little healings. I do personal consultations. I also do Satnam sign healing, which is much longer sessions. Obviously, we're doing just a couple of minutes here, but yes, Satnam sign. If you're interested, send me a message. It's a very amazing healing, and you just lie down, you do nothing, and I do all the work. Okay, so who's next? I think it's Bichima. You're next, aren't you? So let me invite you and join our live. Yeah, drink some water, people. Hello. Good evening.
Are you okay?
Yeah, good.
Good stuff. The light up.
Thank you for joining. Is your wife there with you as well?
Yeah, she's just on the other side. We do separately?
Yes, we'll do separately. Yeah, we'll do you first, and then we'll do your wife. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just close our eyes and settle in and feel yourself. Breathe normally. Just relax. Okay, wonderful. So if you could just tell us your full name, your age, town of residence, and issues or problems you have right now.
So full name is Baljinder Singh Chima. I'm 39 years old. Do you want to know where I currently am right now?
Yeah.
So currently right now in Welling, London. In terms of pain, kind of like the right side of my spine. Right side of my spine, kind of more towards my heart region at the back. Yeah, that's where I'm feeling some pain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel a lot of burning the top of my chest, burning on the shoulders, throat, lots of congestion, top of the head, sides of the head, throat, like all of this area, pretty much. So let me just focus on what we can do for you. Okay, so Baljinder, is that right?
Yes.
Baljinder? Yeah. So Baljinder, you just sit, close your eyes, and do nothing. Yeah, just feel yourself. other people who's doing it with me. Let me know who's doing it with me. Put a plus in the comment. So, you can't see me. Hang on. Oops. So your hands, your elbows like this. Hands, palms are up. And your hands are looking out to the side, okay? Okay. And again, open your mouth into O shape and breathe through the mouth, in and out. Jaw is relaxed. And eyes are focused in the center of the chin. Okay, inhale, everyone. Exhale. We're going to do another practice. So, Baljinder, you just carry on sitting like you are. So, make your hands into Gyan Mudra, so index and thumb together. And place your hands with palms up just on your knees. Curl your tongue into a straw. And we're going to inhale through the tongue. Exhale through the nose. Eyes are focused on the tip of the nose. Inhale through the tongue, exhale through the nose. Now it's releasing. Good, good. Keep going. Okay, please inhale. Suspend your breath, everyone, and press your tongue onto the upper palate. Exhale and relax. Okay, I'm feeling that there is that expansion in the top of the chest and the shoulders, and really cool down all of that fire and heat that was there. Baljinder, how do you feel? What did you feel?
Yeah, I felt quite light on the top of my head, and then kind of it went down my neck and my shoulders, and I felt my head kind of moving upwards or wanting to move upwards, and yeah, my shoulders feel relaxed. Yeah, I did feel, and it started to come down the back. Yeah, I could have probably stayed there a little bit longer.
How about your pain? You said that there was a pain in the back of, in the center of your shoulders.
Yeah, it's definitely changed. It's not the same as what it was. I wouldn't say it's definitely got less. I still feel like there's a point here, but it's definitely not as large as what it was. It definitely feels different. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. Is
Excellent.
It doesn't feel like it did before. It feels a little bit different.
Yeah. Excellent. And I don't know if people noticed that actually Baljinder's voice was also more relaxed. I don't know if you guys noticed that. If you did, let us know.
My wife said she noticed that as well.
Yeah.
She said I had a lot of crazy energy before as well. So.
Yes. Excellent. Okay, so let's invite your wife, and thank you so much, Baljinder.
Hi.
So, hi, good evening, good evening. So if anybody else wants to do some healing tonight, I've got one more. So if you do, just let me know in the comments. I'd like some healing. So one more space left for tonight. Yes, and we welcome lovely, what's your name?
Monica.
Monica, nice, lovely. Okay, so we're going to close our eyes first and just center ourselves, okay? Close your eyes and feel, breathe, relax and feel yourself. Okay, lovely. So if you could tell us your full name, your age, and the town of residence where you are now.
Okay, Monica Pathak, 40, born in London but live in Milton Keynes. Oh, where I am now, sorry, London, Welling.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm feeling the, oh yes, sorry. Can you say that again? And do you have a problem or an issue right now?
Quite a lot of tension in the jaw, particularly in the right kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, what I'm feeling in my body and how it works, again, I'll just explain to people who just join, that I zero myself, and in that neutrality, I become like this mirror that reflects the tension and the blocks of another person that I'm in relation to, yeah? And so I feel the sensations in my body, and I use Satnam Rasayan healing and Kundalini Yoga mudras, postures, breath that release that tension and release that block. Okay, so that's what I do. And I'm feeling a lot of heat, top of the shoulders at the back of the neck, and a bit of back of the head. Okay. So, so what we're going to do, so Monica, you just sit there and relax and close your eyes and just feel how you feel. And those who want to do this with me, just let me know, put a plus or a yes in the comments so I know how many people are practicing. And what we're going to do, we're going to place excuse me, hands on the heart center, right hand is on top, and we're going to open the mouth. Okay, wonderful, thank you. Open the mouth and breathe in and out through the mouth. Eyes are going to be closed. Okay, and let's begin. Please inhale. Press on the heart center. Excuse me. Press on the heart center. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to do another posture. So the hands are pinkies and thumbs are touching like this. Yeah, Monica, you just sit and relax. So pinkies and thumbs are touching. Bottom of your palms are not touching. Okay, this is something we do in a closed group at the moment. And then the arms at an angle, and your hands are not flexed. Okay, they are elongation of your lower arm. Elbows just relaxed, and in that position we are going to focus at the tip of the nose. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. Oh, I feel now this is working. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. Let's inhale. Squeeze every muscle in your body. Count and breath out. And relax. And just sit straight and feel. Oh, there was a lot of pressure in the diaphragm. And yeah, and that released it. Lovely. Okay, let's hear from Monica.
Yeah, felt the release here and the release at the back of my head as well.
So you felt the release in the jaw?
Yep. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, more in the face. So, thanks.
Excellent. Yeah, I think your face is relaxed, actually. I don't know if your husband noticed this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you say
Yeah.
that? Okay, yeah, the face is relaxed. I don't know, people, have you noticed this on who's joined us? And yes, there will be a recording of this. Yes, Eloise, so you can watch it later. Excellent. Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you.
Thanks.
And if
Thank
you, yeah, thank you. If you just come out of the live, thank you. And so this is how it works. I mean, it's amazing and so simple, but not simple. But yeah, that's the beauty of the healing and practicing. And you know, and this meditation we did just now, we do it in our close group at the moment. And if you want to join our rebirthing group, you're very welcome. You either send me a message direct saying I want to join, and I'll send you all the details, or you can just go into my Instagram bio and click on the link tree, and you will see rebirthing tariffs. There's basic tariff and there's a VIP tariff. So in the basic tariff, you get 3 workshops. One of them is rebirthing, which will happen on the 22nd of February. There is another workshop which release the ancestral curse of anger. And a third one is healing the destiny of the lineage. I mean, the beginning of this chat, we've spoken about how our childhood experiences basically form our adult life and become a blueprint of our adult life. And in the VIP, we also have rebirthing, of course. We prepare for it, and we have everything that is in basic tariff, but also we have releasing negative ancestral financial karma, which we talked at the beginning of this chat about how the second chakra and the finances and being worthy all connected, and the power versus sex, and all of that is in there as well. So if you want to rewatch it, catch it up on replay later on. And if you want to join us, you're very welcome to. Please send me a direct message and I'll send you all the details. But for now, strange question, can you do healing on dogs? I mean, I can, but you know, if you as an owner get balanced, then your pets, your children, everything around you, your environment will be healed, because we radiate what we have inside. We are the creators of our own universe. And that's what we were talking about tonight, is taking responsibility and taking the charge over your own destiny and allowing that healing to happen and taking charge and maturing, so everything else around us can relax and can become more harmonious. I have cats and I've had cat before, and soon as I've started doing Kundalini yoga and Satnam and healings, and started healing myself, I've healed my thyroid, my son's asthma. I've healed, I don't get ill. I mean, what I've got at the moment has probably been in, I don't know how many years. I don't really get colds. I've never had COVID. So, my cat that passed away, she lived for 16 years. She never had anything wrong with her. We never went to the vets. And it's her past, like last week before she died, we knew things weren't quite right. And she was just saying goodbye to us. And it was just like perfect scenario. These cats I've got now, I breed kittens as well. But, 8 cats in the house at the moment. And everything is well with them. One of the queens gave birth 3 times. One new one is pregnant. Everything is well. And that's what I mean. If you can get a healing from me, you can book a healing with me or a private consultation. It's on my website, or you can just send me a direct message and I'll send you the details. But this healing is incredible. Anybody can have it. You just lie down, you do nothing. It can be done distantly. I'll speak to you over the phone briefly before the session, and then we do the healing, and then we'll connect after the session, and that's it. You just lie there and enjoy the process. And yeah, it's very specific. It works precisely like a laser precision, because it's the healer and the patient, and the healer becomes a neutral, goes into the shunya, into the neutrality, and into the zero state, so everything can reflect in the healer. Does that make sense? Yeah. So thank you so much for being with me tonight. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate your time. And I will look forward to seeing you again. I think next week we talking about teacher training, Kundalini teacher training, for those who are interested in doing this for themselves and understanding how these practices work and becoming your own teacher and starting on a journey towards the mastery. So we'll talk on the live next week. So sign up follow my channel, and there'll be more healing next week, I'm sure. I just love it. So thank you for being with me, and have a wonderful night. Lots of love. Bye.